Heard what you found at DeVries' terminal, back in Fairfield.
Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientist. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking? When it results in a bunch of innocent folk getting maimed or murdered? Yeah, I call that pretty squarely evil. How can you be so even-tempered about this? I know you didn't know her like I did. Like I thought I did, but she betrayed us. She killed our friends, Commander. Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in judging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy. What? Say it. Feel better? You got that off your chest? Oh, Commander, your brain pan's empty. If you think I haven't gone back through Horizon Point 1,000,000 times over, doing things differently. But we were talking about DeVries. We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us. It's embarrassing now. How much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she'd done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangulum. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers. The Order of the Ascent is just another sect of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. The Grand Plan and all that used to be part of the Protectorate before their big falling out. Believe they can predict the future or some such, but nice plan-abiding folks don't kill for the betterment of their cause. I can't believe the Order plotted our murder. But 10 years ago, I would have said the same about DeVries. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic, real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks. Maybe. She seemed tore up about the choice after the fact. Guilty. Not sure if that makes me feel better or worse. I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the Grand Architect, Void, even Capital. I know how most colonies run. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue.
Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there.
Updating ship roster. Reminder, furthermore, any opinions expressed in favor of product are the agent's own and do not present. The Valerie unit is the exclusive property of the Earth Directorate and is not intended for civilian or commercial use. Resale of this unit is strictly prohibited.
Protectorate law. We are bound to...
Might I have a word, Commander?
Record states as follows.
I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might seem a bit of a left turn. Got an old friend tracked in the Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit? Brief one, of course. I know. Just, I had some, that starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Too long, maybe. Don't much help to stay mired in it, neither. I think this will help me move forward. Well, don't spare my feelings none. Can't it wait, Commander? At least until we've talked with Zeb.
But I wouldn't. Got something that needs doing, Commander?
The paradigm affords us a perfect life of contentment and plenty. We have purpose, time for recreation. We sleep
Ready to waste them. On your command.
Or sprint. Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runger like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea. So much stuff for the taking around here. Motherload of loot. Plenty to get me back in the sprag race. Just didn't account for all these crabbles. Real fly in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, live lean off all these supplies, hunt the crabble skedaddle, or maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea. Yeah, it's a great idea.
Pretty convenient that he only managed to save us some times. Still, we ought to fix this before it spirals more out of control.
The biological samples within the remains outside are no doubt deteriorating rapidly. I may have to recreate this experiment.
Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
Hell. I've stood this post so many times I can do it in my...
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a lick of gumption. Swear, look like you've had your share of troubles. Ever had the perfect opportunity just slip through your fingers? So you can understand my situation then. I had just the thing to get me a fast-track promotion to lower middle management. Now you seem like someone who knows a good deal and wouldn't be adverse to helping me out. It's like this. I agreed to meet with a business associate to finalize a deal, but the location got set for Spire Grove. Problem is, you been outside of Fairfield? The funicular to Spire Grove broke recently, so I got no way to get up there. I'd break my neck scaling that cliff for sure. There's a long way around, but it's not for me. Why, the path there might be lousy with raptidons for all I know. It wasn't before, but mayhap they were just lulling me into a false sense of complacency so they can strike. While exploring facilities to the north, my partner unearthed a heretofore unexploited advanced protectorate technology. Couldn't or wouldn't go into details, but he promised every household would want one, that it'd revolutionize the daily life of Auntie's Choice citizens. Typical research type, focused on all the wrong things. Not particularly motivated by competition or social advancement. Strange bird. Pitched him the dumbest deal I could think of. Told him I'd trade him my entire tossball card collection for schematics or a prototype. Said sure. Complete rube. Didn't even ask about condition. My Kelvin Tran rookie card isn't even ultra fine, got a piece of nicotine chewing gum stuck to it. Opportunistically leveraging difficult predicaments. That's the Auntie's Choice way. I have a few bits I can offer you. Not much, but if it turns out a roaring success like it ought to, and I get a fat promotion, I promise I'll see you're taken care of later. Splendid. Go parlay with Jackson Plum up at Spire Grove. It's some kind of agricultural harvesting encampment southwest of here, near a mess of them rocky spires. He'll provide the agreed-upon schematics. Well, the broke-down funicular is due west of here. Dexterous-looking so-and-so like yourself could probably scarp her up it in a jiffy. From there, it's just up the hill a smidge. So close, but so far away. At least, truth is, edible spacesuits and race spec are...
Your daily chemicals and preservatives.
Take care in the northern regions of the island. Fewer reports from scouts. Heightened degree of danger. Maybe that's something to look forward to. Loose your words. I'm listening. Good work. Sure it'll aid your path into the Vox. Presuming you keep your nerve. Let me spin you a yarn. One of my elite regiments ceased replying to hails several weeks ago. Hardy bunch. Fought all across the system. Yesterday, the Protectorate launched the regiment commander's upper torso into one of our encampments, which makes 2 1/3 complete corpses of a 6-person unit. Mocking us. Calculating bastards, the Protectorate. Would admire their efficacy if it weren't taking so many of my best and brightest. Once the fighting reignites in full, they'll pay dearly. Ask a loaded question, get a loaded answer. You want diluted truths and empty charm? Milver Street's just around the corner. Pains me to admit such, but for all our losses, we've minimal gains to show. It's all these half measures. Milver Street saw things my way, Paradise Island would be ours by mess. Man doesn't seem to understand there's an order to things. Convert your enemies after the war ends, not before. Try too early, you got saboteurs, spies, and the unruly. It's a poor use of our resources, inefficient at best, actively detrimental to our work at worst. And if there's one thing I despise worse than our foes, it's the poor use of resources.
People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm three shoes to the wind. Maybe I am drunk. Drunk on bold ideas.
Good morning, Max.
Good morning, Cinder. How are you this Thursday morning? The weather outside right now is something in Fahrenheit. A slight breeze from the west will continue throughout the day, and your lucky number is 76. Now, sports.
Getting ready. Nice, thank you.
No, Jackson, don't! Don't fret. With these boots, I can fly!
Help! Are you breathing? Oh, law. I can't believe he jumped that way.
Sir, I know this isn't the time, but are they gonna put us to the gallows for this?
What? No. That ain't how we operate in Auntie's Choice, Liza. We might be looking at a pretty fierce demotion for losing half our workforce and getting stuck up here, though.
Demotion to fertilizer?
No. Now cease your jawing. This ain't the time. Hey, you! You down there! Would you mind checking on our fellow? Might he have survived the fall?
I'm pleased not to be the only one wondering.
Not the only one. How did you get assigned to a biological commodities assessment? Nope, never mind. That's not important. Stranger, friend, would you...
Low demotion to fertilizer.
We've been stuck atop this machine since Ida, one of our new Protectorate acquisitions, had her gray matter scrambled by the height, jumped down, and landed right in its gears. That's right. She joined us shortly after Auntie liberated her with the freedom of meritocracy, and she seemed happy enough. I can't fathom no sensible motive why she'd jump.
Were you not listening? She said she'd always be a loyal subject. It was part of the endless inculcation we endured in the Protectorate. It can prove insurmountable for some.
The notion that she'd sacrifice herself, even after seeing the vast possibilities in staying alive and climbing the corporate ladder... It's just impossible to cognize. No, wait! Please! You can't just leave us up here to die! Poor Jackson wasn't raised in the Protectorate with a mind for science, and mistakenly thought the word thrusters meant he could fly. So he jumped the opposite way I told him. They're experimental. We'd not laid eyes on them before, but the data we found with them says they were actually designed...
Yes, you can.
...people hop their way up the spire. If you activate the plasma thrusters when you're already airbound, they can give you a fair bit of extra boost. It should let you turn a quick hop into a surprisingly grand vault.
What? It's your duty as a subject to...
No, Liza, remember, you're not Protectorate anymore. So, what have we talked about? A duties only.
Discharged if the disbursement is dutifully deserving. Right. Sorry, I'm just a little flummoxed by being stranded up here.
So, bits, stranger. We'll give you bits if you get us down before we starve.
Flummoxed, that's the word of the day.
Thank the Sovereign. Thank you, stranger. We are eagerly anticipating a long life utterly absent of starvation.
I must ask you to hold still.
Holler when you're ready for me, Doc. I'll be over here. A lot of Freddy. Excruciating pain.
Yeah, been gone a while. How'd it go? Tell me you got good news. Why, that's terrible. But you said you have the schematics? I'll take those. What? Sovereign's finest potato corollary peeler? This was supposed to be a guaranteed bestseller. Who in their right mind would... Jackson, you idiot! Ah! It's a good thing he's dead, because if he wasn't, I'd kill him! There's no... God damn it! I'm never getting that promotion. This was supposed to be my easy path to a promotion. Must be something I can do to salvage this. Tell me, did you come across any other advanced protectorate technology while you were there? Anything more, well, easily marketable? Personal thrusters? No one would ever want such preposterous things. I'd be laughed out of recreant reclamation. Imagine, jumping about like a sprog. Ridiculous. Well, here's all I can spare in regards to your compensation. Try not to spend it all in one place. It's supposed to be categorically bad for commerce. In the unlikely event things somehow pan out and I get that big promotion, I'll see you're taken care of. Until then, take care.
Joyce knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got...
I'm back. I was driving.
I am debating myself if I should have another cup of coffee. But I think yes. 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 Hey, lend me a hand, would you? It's something, something, armed, something, something.
Did you leave them up there to their own demise?
No, I'm actually trying to get them down. They will compensate my time with money. But I don't really remember how to get up there.
Dude, 12 bits isn't worth it.
They better pay more, or I will just leave them up there. And no, 12 bits is a couple of bullets. That's not there. I think maybe they remember. Whoop. Once.
Tomorrow is my birthday.
Yeah. I know. Friday, right? Yeah. It would be cool to be able to do something, but I mean, I can dress myself up in a happy birthday suit on Fallout, but that should be you who did that. You know what I'm saying? Do you have any plans? It would be nice to be able to acknowledge that you have birthday tomorrow. But I can't even give you a Christmas present in Fallout, because now we cannot drop them anymore. Once upon a time we could. It would be nice to just do something, you know.
Everyone in a birthday suit for a raid would be funny.
Yeah? I mean, I bought some atoms yesterday, so I could do it. I don't know if you saw, but there is a sale. 20, 25, 30, 35% off atoms the more you buy. I think that's the first time I've seen atoms like that being discounted. Which is nice. Cheaper atoms, you might buy something you normally wouldn't. Like a birthday suit, because when are you going to use that again? Yeah, on a birthday, yes, but besides for that...
I can take the day off, but I kinda need to work it.
That is as a... You're the boss, but I'm sure you know that. I'm sure it would be a good day both at work...
Maybe half a day.
Maybe. But yeah, I'm sure you would appreciate yourself in January that you did this. January is usually a hard month for everybody. Usually. How can you do that without running before you jump? Yeah. Super athletic people.
True.
Also, you might be happy you put in a little, maybe not extra hours, but you know. And I don't know how it is in America, but I think when when it's your birthday at work, that whole day kind of feels different than a normal day. Kinda.
We've certainly found our way into a most harrowing circumstance, At least I'm glad I'm not alone. He hadn't been here terribly long, so we weren't particularly familiar. Like me, he was also former protectorate, but he was not raised in Fairfield, so we'd never met before. Still, he seemed like a friendly, kind sort, albeit a headstrong one. I'm sorry he's gone. Please do hurry.
For me, it's just a normal day. I do not normally get a real birthday.
What is a real birthday for an adult, right? Favorite Sunday pants, a cold beer, and football on TV. I don't know. I don't know. 5 minutes alone? Well...
Close to Christmas and money goes to making the kids happy.
Yeah. And that is also how it should be, I think. Put the kids first, especially during Christmas. But of course, without setting yourselves aside so much that it's going to affect you negatively. Yeah. Some people, they go too much all in on crap that doesn't really matter. Like an obsession that the whole house has to look like a Christmas tree, or the garden has to have 76 garden gnomes that can move independently of each other, controlled with a super duper app that you only can get on a very expensive... It is easy to lose yourself in this month. And then people paid a backlash next January.
The ball and chain.
But it's Christmas, and yes, you can make some sacrifices for the kids. So, I got those two dim-witted young people down from... Yeah, go see your friend, he's over there. Might want to bring him a painkiller.
Hey, you got
and a
them
coffee.
down.
Thank you for getting us down.
Oh, thank the law. I never thought of myself as a vertiginous sort, but being trapped 100 meters in the air will make you reconsider.
I mirror that sentiment, to be certain. In fact, Auntie will have to pay me triple if heights are to be involved. And isn't it grand to be in a system that allows me that freedom?
They were too NPC to actually push a button.
What do you mean? You're already getting our urgently improvised extortive rate. Ha! Fair enough, stranger. What with the day's festivities, I imagine all our cerebellums are mighty strained. Here's your reward for evacuating us with all our parts intact. I perhaps ain't as awash in currency as I'd prefer, so you can have my helmet as well. It was useful for identifying crops we'd missed in our harvest. But to be honest, I'd like a little distance from plants for a spell.
My cerebellum is always strained.
Yeah. Cerebellum is a word I would have to look up online to see what that actually means. I'm thinking like vocal cords. But I'm not sure that's... It also doesn't... No.
It's actually a chemical that make you feel good.
Are you talking about vodka? Kleptomania, one of...
produces.
This flaw here, it has you steal things without pushing the button. Imagine how much trouble you would get in. People, they open fire on you when you steal a soda.
It would be amazing.
We're closed. Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan.
I got to run, man. Have a wonderful stream and day.
Yes, Cinder, you have a good day. I hope to talk to you later. If not, then definitely tomorrow, just to say happy birthday.
Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this...
If you're on, I'll be back.
Yeah. Imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others? If you say so. You're the boss, Commander.
The anguish she always seemed to battle with, I fear it may have finally overwhelmed her. And could likely be what's driven her to her present course of action. I wish I knew. It's nothing good, I can tell you that. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor. How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me. It was a code she used for everything. I'm ashamed to admit, I did break into her safe using that code. Was hoping she'd left me something, but it was empty. She did say once it had some meaning from her previous life. Beyond that, I don't know.
That sounds like it could be her agent identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty. Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That, and the invasion itself, set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again. She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse. I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her. That's all I can ask.
Nope. Anyway, need something, Commander? Oh, yeah? What's needling you?
I could ask you the same thing. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I'd gone back to my old life instead of becoming an agent. Stayed on Triangulum, become an engineer or something near to it. I knew joining up with the Earth Directorate wasn't going to be a life of low turbulence, but at least it'd have dignity and purpose to it. Now you tell me. But back to your initial question, do I regret becoming an agent? Yeah, some days. But then there's days like the one when I found you, and only thing I know for sure is my opinion today is colored by more than just the rosy tint of a low-run kid looking up at the stars. Life's not fair, but it keeps on. Ain't that the truth?
The cerebellum, Latin for little brain, is a crucial part of the hindbrain located at the back of the head, beneath the cerebrum.
Okay. That got sciencey fast.
I was wrong. It's involved with voluntary movement and mood.
Okay. Are you going somewhere with this? I just need to know if I should try taking notes. If there will be some pub quiz, you know.
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered. Though what an odd thing to die for. Apples. I forget. You invaders are not raised on the same diet of knowledge as we in the Protectorate. How small your uneducated mind must be, trapped in worthless superstition. Your emotional well-being is the least of... Of course, I know why you're really here. You have come to exact retribution for our larceny at your greenhouse. The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted.
No, it wasn't going anywhere. I just looked it up after I got into work.
I am merely quivering with rage over this insulting interrogation, and that
Figured I'd let you know.
is the
Yeah,
aroma
okay, I
of
appreciate it.
noble effort. Foreign to you, I'm sure.
Thought I saw you disappear in here. Oh. Seems I've stumbled into quite the shindig. You lot been hiding out in here all this time? Touch cramped, ain't it?
Have a good one.
You too.
You've got me there. Nothing enigmatical about a trio of Protectorate stowaways.
The more I listen to invaders blathering, the more convinced I become of the need to rid our fair island of your wretched stupidity by any means necessary.
Not very copacetic, are you folks?
If this exchange is not to your liking, I can accommodate you with a bullet instead. And if I deny your assessment?
Come again?
Ordinarily, I would feel confident about having the superior number. But as you pointed out, our condition is rather deleterious at the moment. Very well. With so many invaders yet to slay, I would be remiss to relinquish our lives in such an unworthy duel. We surrender. For now.
That was some slick talking. Can't believe you got them to surrender without firing a shot. I thought for sure we'd have to blast our way out of here. Guess I had this mystery all wrong. A small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish. I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, foolish. She was. Yeah. Oh, that feels good to say aloud, even if it hurts too. Romantic entanglements ain't exactly encouraged between troopers, especially in the same division. Supposedly compromises our decision-making in the field. But I digress. Thanks for your help. And for listening to my languishments. Glad someone else might remember her now, too.
many other Protectorate
Have you
loyalists
done
do you
enough harm?
suppose are embedded in Fairfield? Let that thought haunt you.
Spare me your falsities.
Hello again. Was there something you... Oh, Inez! You look, well, like you could use an ice bath and a cup of newly formulated drip teas. Has something happened?
Something has, all right. I ended my contract effective immediately. Now I'm free to prove myself to everyone in Auntie's Choice. My way.
Well, that's wonderful news. Or is it? I admit I'm still trying to work through what contracts mean hereabouts. But you do appear to be pleased, so I shall be pleased for you. Oh? Is that really so awful? I believe that gentleman Huel is unemployed, and he's having a grand time. Every time I see him, he's dancing in the boulevard with a mug of ale.
Never mind that. I really need your help, Doc, with my graft. Was hoping you had some ideas on how to fix it.
What timing? As it just so happens, I believe I do. Certainly not. My Raptidon patients are valued assets. They also do not possess the qualities required to treat Inez's graft. And I have rather grown fond of them. Before I began my new illustrious career working with our tame, scarily friends here, I was a researcher in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Oh, I was on the verge of breakthrough when they shut us down. Oh, when I think of the lives I could have reached. But in my current role, I do try to help where I can.
Where my own first aid training can't reach, Doc's got me covered. The graft knocked me on my ass for weeks when I first got it. But she nursed me back to health.
Would if I could have done more. I did not possess the knowledge I've gained since leaving the program. I regret that.
Frankly, it were triage she performed back then. Didn't exactly have time to ponder a long-term solution. She did all she could, and I don't blame her none. Go on, Doc.
Right. I have a lead, Inez. I've identified 2 viable beasts on this island that you may be compatible with. Though it may not be easy to acquire the suitable specimens. Unfortunately, the beasts must be subdued. And due to the nature of the specimens we require for the procedure, sadly killed. I might add that these are powerful beasts indeed. The first candidate is the skeleton crabble. It has a rare form of albinism and was last spotted on the western coast by Protectorate scientists, who unfortunately went missing. I happened upon an old report of theirs along with a code used to operate their machinery. If their fate is what I suspect, the code may be of use to you.
I heard rumors of the creature myself. Our skeleton sounds a good bit larger than the average crabble. Meaner and smarter, too. The name's metaphorical. This creature's real pale, bone-colored, but it's got muscles and innards like anything else.
The second candidate is a Raptidon matriarch, the only one of her kind on the island as I understand it. She was last spotted in the crags near the Vox Relay.
Deep in Protectorate territory. This matriarch sure ain't making it easy for us. She'll be more aggressive and more cunning than her smaller kin.
This is hardly worth the effort of a response, dear, but I might remind you that Raptidons are not native to this land. Now listen close. When you breach the matriarch's lair, you must rouse her from hibernation. I found pheromones to be quite effective. Inez, I'm certain you know a formula that may suffice.
That I do.
Excellent. It'll be a rather unpleasant wake-up call for the matriarch, so she'll be upon you in moments. I suggest your armaments be at the ready. Then the grafting part is yours. I can assure you my research is sound, and I am not at all like the last surgeon who performed on Inez. I take pride in my work. Now, when you acquire one or both of these parts, return here straight away, and we can begin surgery. Law guide you both out there.
Yeah. I get the sense you ain't too fond of Auntie's choice. Any reason why?
Maybe on account of them being a giant, malignant corporate entity. Reminds me of the one I grew up under. And that ain't a compliment.
I grew up under a corporation like Auntie's too, Niles. You ain't the only one with a sob story.
Then you might ought to know better than to throw in with Annie's. They're just like those bit-pinching bastards on Triangular. If the Earth Directorate hadn't stepped in...
Well, there you have it. The Earth Directorate saved you, huh? Sure as shit didn't save us.
No, suppose not. But you've got choices now. Time for excuses is past.
Don't you look down your nose at me. Any sane folk would throw their lot in with the ones who helped them. not those who deliberately look the other way. How's your own loyalty to the Earth Directorate treated you all this time? I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. See those burrows? The skeleton's nearby. And if it's as nearby as I think, it don't bode well for those scientists. There's a beast out there just waiting to yield up its vitals to a grafting table. I'd like to begin the hunt soon, if it's all the same to you. If you say so.
Being this close anyway. Need something, Commander? If you're sure.
Well, you hate to be proven right. These folk have been dead a while. And that must be the machinery Doc mentioned. Over here, Commander. Huh. Seems this terminal reroutes power to speakers around the cave. They were using sound to lure the Crabbles out. Let's see here. Generator's back on. Power up that phonotron, would you? Should cause enough ruckus to make the skeleton come out and play. Let's not end up like these poor scientists, all right? Well, you hate to be proven right. These folk have been dead a while. And that must be the machinery Doc mentioned. Over here, Commander. Huh. Seems this terminal reroutes power to speakers around the cave. They were using sound to lure the Crabbles out. Let's see here. Generator's back on. Power up that phonotron, would you? Should cause enough ruckus to make the skeleton come out and play. You're clear to power up the phonotron. You're clear to power up the phonotron.
If I don't kill the skeleton Crabble, then I think the others will keep respawning, and that will be perfect. don't confuse me.
That phonotron was effective. Now we just need the specimen. Mind the pincers. They can be nice work. Mind bringing it over here so I can take a gander?
Okay. Level 13.
Muscular reticulation still intact. Cartilaginous integrity mostly sound. A good clean cut. And the pincer's still sharp. Yeah, this'll do just fine. Shame about all the scientists, though. I was hoping this wouldn't be too steep a price. Well, I sure ain't gonna fry up the claw and serve it with tarmac and cheese. This little hand has been poisoning me for a spell, remember? I'm hoping it'll be a salve, as Doc suspects it might be. But seeing it now, I reckon there are some other ways I might use it to my advantage. If you still got some hunting you, that Raptidon matriarch's on the loose. Her den's not far from the Vox Relay up north. Elsewise, we head back to Fairfield and speak to Doc Tinsley.
Der var så. Nej. Se her. 10 minutter. Jeg prøver lidt, fordi jeg har en pizza i ovnen, faktisk. Kan vi sige en halv time, eller lidt for meget? Ja, hvad siger du så? Hvornår er du? Kan du være her, tænker du? Det er lige hurtigt nok. Ja, okay, men så siger vi det. Okay. Okay, jo. Hej. Yeah, okay. I'm being picked up now. Kitty put rice all over the floor. I should have muted before, but I didn't. It is what it is. So my friend will come here and pick me up, and we'll go grocery shopping. And then I'll be back. Sorry for the vacuum sounds. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, thanks for watching. This was a little bit strange. But the plans changed a little fast. So, anyway, thanks for being here. Take care. Last time I say it, sorry about the vacuuming. Okay, bye-bye.